Hi, Attorney Steve Vondran, the business and real estate lawyer. We're back. This time we are talking do not call. Brother, leave me alone. Privacy law. We are talking real estate agents calling expired listings, calling the FSBO, FSBO, for sale by owner. Okay, a lot of people think, hey, I'm in real estate, I'm new in real estate, I'm just gonna call some expired listings, get it going here. Okay, and that's fine, I get it. But you do have to understand, as an agent, as a real estate broker especially, you need to understand what's going on with the do not call. It is not a literal free-for-all for you to go out there and do whatever you want and get your auto dialers going and hound everybody under the sun trying to sell real estate. That's not how it works. That's not how you do it. That's how you get in trouble and end up retaining Attorney Steve, paying him the big bucks. Not that I mind that, but we're trying to keep you out of trouble here, okay? So this is general legal information. I'm licensed to practice law in California and Arizona. We're talking federal law here, but we're also talking a little state law. So let's go to the Attorney Steve Whiteboard, business and real estate whiteboard. Okay, so I know it's a little bit hard to read here for you. These notes are up here for me so I can help you walk through this. Okay, we are talking expired listings. We are talking FSBOs, for sale by owner, okay? These are the people that like to sell it by themselves, don't need an agent, they don't want to pay 3%, 6%, they don't want to pay big commissions. But if you call them and you say, well, maybe I'll do it for 1%, maybe they'll talk, maybe a 0.5% on a bigger listing. So these are potential opportunities out in the marketplace. You have your expired listings. Those are your listings that have been in your MLS, was on the market for 60 days, 90 days, a year, half a year, whatever. Didn't sell, possibly listed with another agent. Now you have a phone number, you have an expired listing, and it happens to be in your area. Remember, we're always talking about farming your little niche areas. So you have a phone number in your niche area, and you want to call it. You're a new agent working at a real estate brokerage. New agent, real estate brokerage, okay? Both of you need to pay attention to this, okay? So you have the property here, your FSBO, your MLS listing, federal law. What are we talking about? The do not call law. The Telephone Consumer Protection Act, TCPA. It's almost like TCB, taking care of business, one of my favorite slogans. TCPA, Telephone Consumer Protection Act. This is a privacy law, people. I used to work at Experian as a privacy consultant. One of the things I had to do was read these laws all day, summarize them and know what they were about. This comes under the guise of privacy. Congress passed this law in 1991 to try to stem all the calls that were coming. They were getting so many complaints from people subject to debt collectors and telemarketing companies and the scams and the buy this, buy that, bombarding. So Congress passed this law, 47 U.S.C. 227. For those of you who say, what is that? 47 United States Code 227. Look it up on Google, you'll find it there. Have some fun with that. But this law creates the do not call list. Everybody, I think by now, has heard of the do not call. What's the do not call? That means you can call up as a consumer, get your name on the list, and then people theoretically can't call you. Businesses can't call you. So it's nice to be in there. Gives you a sense of what? Privacy at dinner time, right? Isn't that the big thing? Privacy at dinner time. I've been bombarded all day at work. I just want to come home, put my slippers on, watch TV, and just not be bugged, right? So you remember that guy in The Wolf of Wall Street that got bugged on the phone call, and he got up and all shouting and everything. That's what we're talking about. Okay, realize though that the federal law is federal law. It sets the baseline standards. States are free to add more restrictive laws, okay? States are free to give more protections to consumers. And in this episode, we will talk about the Arizona law, ARS 44-1271. That's ARS 44-1271. This is the law, the Arizona Telephone Solicitation Statute, that says certain telemarketers that aren't exempt need to apply and fill out an application form, send it to the Arizona Secretary of State. So if you're doing business in Arizona, you need to know about this law. However, there are exemptions for people that are doing business over the phone, but the presentation is going to come later. The full presentation will come later at a face-to-face meeting. So that might encompass something like your expired listings and your FSBOs, where you're not giving your full sales pitch online. You're just trying to say, hey, I saw this. I want to see if there's any interest. Trying to get this figured out. Hey, what's up? Okay, so maybe you're exempt under your state laws. Now I say this is general legal information. If you're not sure, you have a specific situation, contact your business and real estate lawyer and get some specific legal advice for your situation, okay? So you have your federal law, your TCPA, you have your state laws that can provide more protections. You need to be aware of both of those. In general, what we're talking about here is you want to get there and get at the expired and FSBOs. By the way, we're going to do another one on the California law. That's a cliffhanger. You got to hang on. I'll tell you about that later. Right now, we're talking about if you have an Arizona real estate brokerage, what are you looking at? Well, you want to get registered as a broker. You want to get registered with the FTC. They have a do not call. Go to ftcdonotcall.gov, something like that, and you'll find it there. But basically, under the TCPA, there is no exemption for real estate lawyers and people calling expired listings, so you need to register. Okay, you need to register, and there's not a charge to register, so this is nice, right? There's not a charge. You get in, you fill out a profile, you put your EIN number, your employment or employer identification number, or your social security number if you don't have one. Get your unique identification, pick your area codes, you'll get your password, you confirm an email, boom, 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 kick it in, you get it going, and you set an authorized representative, someone that's going to work this for the company. Now, once you get that set up, you have these downloadable lists that you can download, and those will give you the name and numerical order of all the names that are on the do not call list in your area codes. Now, you can buy a state area code, you can buy the entire United States, the entire do not code list, which I think is about $16,000. So if you really want to, if you're telemarketing on a mass market basis in real estate, assuming you're licensed everywhere, you want to make sure you're licensed everywhere, then they do offer state-specific lists. They do offer, it's just have to pay a little more. But basically, that's what you want to be thinking about doing if you're going to do the do not call, okay? And you want to call the expireds and the FSBOs. So that's the basics, and I'll have you hang on for part 2. We're going to cut this into 2 videos. So thank you for listening to this. Watch part 2, okay? There's going to be some important issues in there for you.